Hello everybody, welcome back to my playthrough of the visual novel Forsaker, DingDing and Blade. A very weird name. I don't really understand the DingDing and Blade or why there's no spaces between the DingDing and Blade. A lot of stuff that's confusing about this visual novel so far, including the last episode that I streamed. Guys, I'm gonna be real. If it doesn't start making more sense, if it doesn't get better, this video, like it was really good and intriguing the first two videos that I streamed, I'm probably going to refund the game. I don't want to go through 8 hours of content that looks like it was written by mindless AI. And for the first time in the last video I streamed, like my girlfriend even said, it almost seemed like garbage AI wrote the story. And I've had experience with AI written visual novels and stuff like that before. I've done it and it's garbage. AI is just not there yet. And I want a visual novel. I want stories written from the heart, not written by mindless AI. So we're going to get back into this. We're going to give it another chance today. But if it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't start gelling, if it doesn't start coming back together like it was the first couple of videos, I'll be stopping my playthrough of Forsaker and probably giving it a negative review on Steam. So this is going to be a pivotal moment, at least in my opinion, of this game, what we see here. So let's go ahead and go through the story here, guys. And we are now on Ian, and this is where we left off. Oh, yep, we left off on part 6. I can't even remember what happened. I know a lot of the last stream was nothing but a vivid nightmare and a dream. But then even after the dream, there was some stuff that didn't make sense. Like Ian woke up and was defending a wall against invaders of the town, their hometown or whatever. And then all of a sudden his best friend, I already forgot his name, I'll see it in a minute, but he came back and he was out and nobody could find him, and all of a sudden he just magically pops up to help him defend this wall. It was just weird. A lot of it just didn't make a lot of sense. It was less than... it was kind of predictable, because I said this has to be a dream. Like the whole thing of the big fight and Ian like being pulled into this just weird shit. I was like, this has to be some dream. Sure enough, it was. So we're gonna see if it starts coming back together here in this, what is my part 4. It's story 6 here for Ian, though, in the actual visual novel. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get this crap started. And let's hope that it's not more crap, because the last video, like I said, the last one I did was what I would consider crap. Alright, let's jump in, guys. Ian gapes at the figure before him, disbelief and confusion swirling within. It's Dai, yet somehow not the Dai that he knows. And Dai says, "Careful!" Dai hurls a stone which whistles past Ian's ear. A loud bang follows, and Ian whirls around to witness a monster collapsing. Its skull is shattered as it rolls to a stop on the ground. Ian says, "It's like, stay focused, bro. We still got a lot of trouble on our hands here." The monsters are forcing their way through the cracks in the barrier, shoving each other in their eagerness. Dai's presence seems to have stirred them up even more. Now it is definitely not the time for hesitation. And Ian says, "I'll handle the left." Dai says, "Oh, then the right side is mine. You keep up, bro. Don't slow me down." We'll see. And with a swift flash, he cleaves a monster in two. At the same time, Dai's fist crashes through another monster's chest. Dai has changed. If he is indeed still Dai. Ian slices through the monster's tentacles with surprising ease, all the while casting a wary glance at Daiei. He has become stronger. Very strong. Though his movements are still a bit awkward, not quite tapping into his full potential, his underlying power is undeniable. How could an ordinary person suddenly transform into someone so powerful in just a few days, as if he were completely reborn? It must be because of that peculiar mushroom. What if Ian had been the one tempted to eat the mushroom instead? The boy before him might already have met his end. Ian falls silent, recalling Daiei's frenzied state back then and his own frantic struggle. No, he definitely wants nothing to do with that mushroom, doesn't want to merge with that eerie thing, even if it means gaining strength. Now, Daiei shows no trace of that day's madness. He simply swings his fist, hurls stones, and constantly dodges and weaves as he battles the oncoming monsters. Ian turns his gaze back, flicks his wrist, driving his sword through the monster before him. He knows he must concentrate on the battle at hand. After a fierce struggle, only one monster remains. This creature, with one eye blinded by the stone thrown by Daiei, lets out a long howl. It scrambles onto the roof, casting a glance at the two with its remaining eye before abandoning the bodies of its fallen comrades. Turning, it leaps onto higher branches and vanishes into the jungle. Alright, so finally we can get rid of that crazy, overly loud, intense music. At least it was for me. Daiei says, I missed it. It got away. And Ian says, don't chase it. There might be traps. Then I've lost to you by one. Damn. Daiei's voice tinges with bitterness. Ian remains silent, his gaze fixed on Daiei. But Daiei says, why are you staring at me like that? What's with that look? Oh, bet you're stunned by my moves. Ha ha. Ian doesn't respond, staying silent for a moment before suddenly asking, when did we first meet? When we were 7 or 8? Why do you ask? So he's trying to see if he's the real Daiei or not. Well, back then, your dad was after you, trying to give you a beating. Oh yeah, just because I took some sacrificial fruits from the church. He was too harsh, really. He whipped my hands pretty badly. Look here, see? The scars are still there. Daiei grumbles and stretches out his left arm, and Ian notices and continues. But you told Ellie from the neighboring village it was a monster fight injury. Damn, how the hell did you know that? Wait, no, I told that to Anna. Ugh. The challenges of being too popular. Not that Ellie isn't amazing, but I'm more into Anna. Ian stares at his face. You still owe me 1,000 silver shields. What the hell? You're ripping off your own brother? I borrowed less than 100 from you, so how did it turn into 1,000? Remember, it was Ian that... Oh, no, yeah, Ian, yeah, he did owe Ian 1,000. That's right. Okay, I thought he was turning around on him to see if it was real or not. No, it is 1,000 that Daiei owes him. Unbelievable, this backstabbing weasel outdoes even the village chief in loan sharking? I must have been blind. Keep your damn free meals. This debt is settled. I'm done with you. Yeah, look at that face. It really is you after all. Oh, what are you talking about? You're acting odd after not seeing me for some time. And without getting caught up in Daiei's phrasing, Ian finally lets out a sigh of relief. The person standing before him truly is Daiei. Do you realize how long some time has been? Tell me, do you remember what happened after we left Eastertown? Daiei scratches his head and rolls his eyes upward as if he's straining to remember something elusive. All I recall is that on our way back to the village there were big trees, monsters, and a glowing mushroom. Yes, a mushroom. Beyond that, I'm not sure what happened next. So, how did you make it back to the village then? Do you recall anything from before you returned? That mushroom, I blinked. It suddenly vanished, and so did you. The forest was in chaos, corpses lying everywhere, as if I'd slain them, but I have no memory of doing so. I searched for you afterward, but I couldn't find you, so I returned here to the village. I was hoping you could tell me exactly what happened as well. Extracting any useful information from Dai seems an impossible task. Ian sighs inwardly and says, I have no idea either. It's hard to explain, just forget it. Do you feel unwell now? Is there anything wrong with your body? Not at all, I feel fantastic. You just saw it yourself, right? I'm not bragging, but I'm so strong now, damn. Even I'm scared of myself. Ha 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 ha, that's kind of funny. Ian furrows his brow, on the verge of asking another question when a respectful voice suddenly calls out from behind. Oh, Lord Dai. They both, stop. My chief, when did you come? Dai leans back, surprised, as the village chief steps closer. Lord Dai, in my humble opinion, it seems the gods have bestowed their blessings upon you. Blessings? Indeed, Lord Dai. Chief, can't you just call him by his name like before? Wait, no, it's working just fine. That's funny. How could I directly address the Lord Dai by his name? That would be disrespectful. Chief, pay no attention to him. Kid's still wet behind the ears. Just please go on. We liking it. In my humble opinion, my lord, calling in Dai my lord, that's funny. That mushroom you encountered matches precisely the sacred fruit of the divine corpus, sought by the church across the lands. As the village chief speaks, he crosses his hands over his chest and raises them towards the sky in a prayerful gesture. Long may the sacred flesh. Ian and Dai, startled by the chief's strange words, exchange a quick look, and then they straighten up, mirror the chief's gesture, and together they proclaim, Long may the divine corpus. This is the hallowed prayer of the Divine Corpus Church. Since Lufa Village lies within the church's realm of influence, its inhabitants are considered believers from birth. While casual irreverence might be tolerated privately, any public mention of the church or its holy relics demanded by the ritual invocation first. As the final words of the prayer dissolve into the air, Dai excitedly prompts the village chief to continue on. Chief, get to the point. Are you saying that the mushroom is the fruit of the divine corpus? The village chief nods. Indeed, Lord Dai, the fruit of the divine corpus descends to rescue our world. Yet who knows how many have fallen, where they've landed, or what forms they've assumed. Every month, the district church dispatches emissaries to each village, seeking out any signs of the extraordinary. Those who have mysteriously lost their memories, gone mad, or gained peculiar powers. Such occurrences must be reported without delay. 20 years ago in Cucumber Village, a girl named Nora consumed a peculiar flower, and she lost her memory at first, but then when she awoke, anything she touched turned into ice. The church immediately sent people to take her away. Word later reaches that the flower was actually a fruit of the divine corpus, and she was consecrated as a guardian. Her rise brought prosperity to their entire village. That old rascal, Little Black, got a talisman from the church as a reward. Huh, just sheer dumb luck. The village chief thumps his cane on the ground in exasperation. It's been 20 years and he's still clinging to this grudge? Ian shakes his head inwardly. Meanwhile, Dai's eyes gleam with excitement. So you mean I'm... Absolutely, Lord Dai. You are the chosen one. The diocese's rising star, Heaven-sent guardian. The first in 2 decades now. This humble one's idol. The hope of our entire village. Huh. A smile slowly spreads across Daiei's face, expanding until it nearly stretches from ear to ear. Well, he's smiling big. He seems a bit overwhelmed, spinning around, his hands moving between clenching into fists and waving joyfully. Ha 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 ha! I knew it! I knew it! I'm not just an ordinary person. Ha ha ha, brother! I'm golden! I am golden! Ha 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 ha! Huh. The village chief places a hand over his chest, his face a mix of pride and caution. Lord Dai, please don't forget this humble servant in the future. I will pray for you every day. However, I must ask for your patience. As per the church's rules, you'll need to reside in the sealing house for a few days until the envoy arrives. Haha, it's no big deal. Like they say, today's trials are tomorrow's victories. A few days cooped up isn't as bad as when my old man used to ground me for ages. But first, I gotta do something. Ian? Huh? Let's spar. I need to stretch out before I'm stuck inside. I can't let myself get stiff, you know? Oh boy. Ian, caught off guard by Daiei's sudden challenge after being ignored, keeps his cool and answers. How ambitious, Daiei. Wasn't it just last week you were eating dirt? Daiei starts cracking his knuckles. Yeah, well, that was then. I've been itching to know right now who's stronger. Don't be a sore loser, bro. Let me have this win. Think of it as my coronation gift. Hey, Chief, step back. I love you too much today to see you get flattened. It'd break my heart. The village chief, already multiple steps back, waves his cane like it's a flag. Let's go, Lord Dai. Let's go. I'll cut the nonsense. Let's do this. Alright, they're gonna spar. And that's probably gonna be the end of the chapter, I'm guessing. Yep. Well, at 17 minutes into this video, we're going to continue and see what happens with a sparring session between Daiei and Ian. And I gotta say, the visual novel redeemed itself right there at least, so I'll continue on. I'm just at about the 2-hour mark on the play of this game, so at this point, it's not going to be a refund, so at this point, we're probably just going to play it all the way through. I think we only have 2 more people to play through anyway, probably about the same amount of chapters, I don't know. But we're going to see what happens with this spar. Dai says, it shouldn't be like this. I hit him, so why, it was so close, Give it a break, will you? You've been whining about this for days. Huh? Why are you here? What is going on? Ian stands in front of the ceiling house holding a glowing lamp and setting a meal tray in the delivery slot. Night's fallen and only a faint light is visible outside. The other side of the slot is pitch black, but Ian knows that there's a lamp on the inside, even if the ceiling magic keeps him from seeing it. With walls muffling the sound, the voice from the other side comes through a bit fuzzy. Dylan's losing his mind with all your sighing and moaning. He practically begged me to cover his shift. Oh, that Dylan, standing guard for Lord Dai should be an honor, and he's slacking off? Just wait until I'm out. I'll show him a thing or two. Don't go overboard. He's just an ordinary guy. He can't take your rough handling. Huh. Nobody like him isn't worth my time. I'll let the village chief deal with him. That's funny. Enough. Eat. Ian shoves the meal tray through the slot. Huh. I don't take handouts from enemies. Your pride's gonna starve you then. Last chance. And with a quick yank, Dai pulls the tray inside, and seeing this, Ian chuckles and leans against the wall. I think you can take all the chiefs of peace meant for me? That's not happening. Shut up, will you? All this food, and it still can't keep your mouth closed. Just another loss. What's the big deal? Stop reminding me. I was so close to my first win. I just slipped away. Ah, shut up. Seriously though, how am I this strong and I still can't beat you? Well, we know who won the sparring session. You're not even human. Could you take down a Forsaker if you really tried? I'm not interested in fighting any Forsakers. Isn't that the Guardian's job anyway? And the room goes quiet for a moment before a voice pipes up again. Not true. Once the church emissary arrives, I'll be tearing apart Forsakers and stomping on monsters. Yeah, Lord Daae, how impressive. He expects Daae to brag back, but the other side falls silent, and Ian waits, but still nothing. He knocks on the wall. Hey, say something. How many days will it take for the district church to reach the village? Daae suddenly shifts the topic with a single question. I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I guess. You've been cooped up in that teeny room for 3 days now. If they're fast, they might arrive tomorrow. Silence settles on the other side of the wall, but not for long. Daae's voice returns, this time with a trace of uncertainty. Do you really think I can become one of those guardians? And there's nothing. Being a guardian, being the pride of the village. It sounds pretty heroic, huh? Just check out how thrilled the old village chief is. The girls are gonna go wild for me. If I get lucky and take down a few Forsakers, I'll earn loads of silver shields. I could pay off your debt and even get Anna's father to stop looking down on me for once. Just imagining that life is amazing. But who knows if I'll even make it to that day. You're right, hunting Forsakers is a guardian's job. Once I get to the church, I'll probably join the hunting squad. It's kinda ridiculous, right? I can't even beat you, yet I'm supposed to take on those Forsakers? Ha 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 ha. Ian pauses for a moment and then speaks in a deep voice. Then why have you been showing off so much lately? I got a bit carried away, really. You saw the expression on the village chief's face, right? Oh, that old geezer. Just thinking about it makes me feel amazing, you know? Really amazing. Check out all this food. Have you ever eaten like this, Ian? We've never seen such a spread before. No one's ever treated me like this. Lord Daae, he said. Ha 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 ha. The laughter slowly fades away, and Ian's brow knits together as he finally gets why Daae wanted to duel him one last time before heading into the ceiling house. Although Daae seemed manic, he hadn't completely lost his head to the so-called stroke of luck. Daae falls silent, and Ian doesn't push him. He just leans against the wall quietly, and after a long pause, Daae finally speaks. I don't want to die. His words almost like a whisper from the walls themselves. Ian lowers his eyes. I'm not that noble. I can't lie down my life on the battlefield for strangers to protect anyone. Someone like me should either drink himself to death or just rot in a ditch. What kind of hero am I really? He pauses, then chuckles at himself. It seems like I don't have a choice, but to go now? Wait a minute. It seems like I don't have a choice but to go now. If I don't make it, bro, the church's payout is all yours. Just make sure to bury me on the hillside west of the village. The girls love bathing in the river there. Oh my. Ian doesn't fall for the bait, nor does he respond with his usual sarcasm. He eyes the dark delivery slot before tapping on the wall. Listen up. I asked the village chief and he told me that not everyone who comes across the fruit of the divine corpus becomes a guardian. What? Dai, not everyone is qualified to be a guardian. The church will give you a trial. Only those who pass the trial will become the guardians. If you don't pass the trial, they won't give you the guardian's blessings. They won't send you out to the battlefield. Then, what will happen to me? I heard they'll set you up as a regular servant in the church. Or maybe you'll end up as a patrol guard or something like that. You won't ever see the battlefield, Dai. You don't need to face the Forsakers. At worst, you might run into some monsters, and that's it. Really? Yeah, really. And silence hangs in the air from the other side of the wall, and after a moment, Ian catches the sound of a soft sob. He sighs quietly, but he feels his brow relax. Damn, now you've seen me at my worst. I can't show my face anywhere. You've always been my punching bag, Dai. What face is there to lose now? You can't even beat me. How is it possible to pass the trial and fight against the Forsakers? Shit, I just need time to master my power. That's all. Just wait till... By the time you master it, you'll pass the trial. Stop yapping and eat before your food gets cold. That's funny. Alright. What's this? There's a rustling noise, and a rich, intoxicating scent of alcohol drifts from the delivery slot. Wow, man! Damn, but I'm not allowed to drink before the envoy arrives, right? It's not for you to drink now. Just keep it safe. Is this from you? You gave this to me, Ian? I promised I'd treat you to a drink, didn't I? My, is this for real? I thought you'd forgotten about that. Ha 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 ha. I don't like owing debts, unlike some people. Now that's funny, because remember we know Dai owes him 1,000 silver shields or whatever they're called. Oh, bro. Everything's great about you, but you're just so annoyingly petty sometimes. I'll pay you back, alright? Swear on my pride. Such good wine. But I can't drink it now. What a shame. You bastard, you know what? Shoving this under my nose, knowing that I can't drink it, even the church's trial is kinder than you are. I'm not sure about the church's rules. Once they show up, we might not get to see each other again. If I didn't give it to you now, there might not be another chance. I mean, he's got a point there, right? And keep it safe, man. Don't sneak a drink now. Brother, I knew you cared about me. Get lost. Ease up. Once I'm gone tomorrow, who knows when we'll meet again. And this time it's Ian who falls silent. He suddenly remembers his own has disappeared. Could it be related to the mushroom? After hesitating for a moment, Ian finally speaks. Actually, I've run into something these past few days. Huh? It's just... Come on! Since when does the Lord Ian get tongue-tied? Spit it out, let your bro here fix it for you, man. This moron always joking around makes it impossible to have a serious chat. Ian's already finding it very hard to open up, and now he clams right up. Forget it. Just ignore what I said, man. Seriously, I hate it the most when people only say half of what they mean to say. Let me guess, is it about girls or money? You're just a kid, barely grown, and you keep everything bottled up. No girls giving you a second glance, man. Huh. So it's gotta be about money then. You've always been a money grubber. But don't worry, bro. You'll hit the jackpot with me. Did I tell you what I'm saving up for? It looks like this chat isn't going anytime, or isn't ending anytime soon, so Ian just turns off the lamp and slides down the wall. A muffled thud echoes on the other side of the wall, probably Dai leaning against it. That's pretty cool. Ian can't help but grin a little, feeling himself relax. For what? I wanted to study spells at the church's sorcerer academy. That's what he's saving up for. With my skills, I might not cut it as a guardian, but becoming a sorcerer? Well, that's doable, I guess. I could earn some money, get hitched, have loads of kids, and enjoy a drink with you in my free time, of course. I'd have to pay for the drinks. If you're ever strapped for money, just let me know. And if anyone messes with you, I'll have your back in a fight. Look at those delicate sorcerers in the village. Living it up, huh? Don't laugh at me for not dreaming big, but that's the kind of life I want. Well, that sounds like a good life to me, man. Now, though, with the fruit of divine corpus, I don't have to save up anymore. I'm stronger, too. Soon, I won't just be you leading the charge. As long as I don't pass that damn trial, I've got nothing to worry about. We've made it, bro. Good times are coming. When I get back, let's drink some med. It's such a great drink. I want it every day. Every single day. And in the quiet night, they sit on either side of the wall, chatting on and off until the first hint of dawn. It's daybreak now. And that's it. And that is it. That is Ian's story. And if we hit next here... Oh, this is chapter 2, The Abyss. So if we go previous, guys, and previous again... Wait a minute. Okay, chapter 2, The Abyss, yeah. So these are all the chapters just for Ian. Oh yeah, we got a lot more reading to do. So we got 5 chapters to do just for Ian. We've only done the prologue in chapter 1. We haven't even started The Abyss yet. So we've got basically 1/5 of Ian done. And there's 4 chapters to whoever this is. That looks like the girl from the that was auctioned off. And then who is this? I don't know, we don't know yet. We got 4 chapters for him. Okay. So we got a lot more to go in the story, and it redeemed itself enough to where I'm going to continue reading Forsaken, DingDing Blade, to see where it goes. Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to redeem itself. I thought I might be stopping my playthrough of this, but I think it did a good enough job at keeping me interested in what happens next. Hopefully it did you guys as well. It was definitely a lot better than the last nightmare, or not nightmare, but the last dream video that I did where everything was just a dream and the whole thing didn't make a whole lot of sense. So we good, man, we good with Forsaker. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Let me know, guys, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, if you're enjoying my play of Forsaker, DingDing Blade. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys are having a good day or night out there, whatever time it is when you're watching this video. Make sure you let me know down in the comments below. What time is it when you're watching this video? And what are you thinking of my playthrough of Forsaker? We'll see you in the next video, everybody. Peace. Take care.